third case study video is on Iceland, which is our cold environment case study. So we need to know about the opportunities and the challenges that are in Iceland. Sorry, I'll try and get that round so you read the right way up. So in Iceland, there are three main opportunities. The first one we have is tourism, and this one is increasing in popularity. And there's some facts to go with. You don't need to remember all of these facts, but learn a fact. If you're better at learning numbers, you might remember that in 2014, 4.4 million tourists visited Iceland. You might remember names better. So remember that a tourist attraction is the Blue Lagoon. Also, it created 21,600 jobs. A second opportunity is geothermal energy. So remember, this is where you get heat from the ground because this is a tectonically active area, and this heat is free, pretty much. It's a renewable resource, so there's no issues with greenhouse gases. And industries which are very energy heavy, they use lots and lots of energy, like to locate here. And one good example is Alcoa, which does aluminium smelting, and they have located in Iceland and they have created 800 jobs. The other opportunity is for fishing in Iceland, which, although it's declining, still produces 5% of Iceland's GDP. We then need to look at the challenges of living in cold environments. So we have poor accessibility. So the fact that in winter, all the inland roads are closed. They are, even in summer, they're only gravel roads. You can really only drive across Iceland in 4x4 vehicles. So again, industry isn't that attracted to the area because that accessibility outside of the coastal regions isn't great. We also have extreme temperatures, that winter temperatures do fall below 0 degrees Celsius for many months. And also they have 3 months of almost total darkness in Iceland. So again, it's hard to live, it's hard to work. Industries, businesses aren't so attracted to the area. So it's a challenge for living there. And then the final challenge is that they have permafrost. So some of the land in Iceland is permanently frozen, and that makes it more difficult, particularly in the more highland areas in the centre of Iceland, to provide services like water and sewage, and the pipes have to then be built above the ground. So let's have a look at a question. So here we have a question, and it is worth noting that this will always have this at the beginning. It says, choose one of the following environments: hot desert environment or cold environment. We have studied the cold environment. We have not studied the hot desert. So you would put a tick in the cold environment box. Then the question says, using a case study, to what extent have opportunities for economic activity been developed in your chosen region? So we're going to bug our question. We've got to what extent. So that, remember, question is asking us how much. Other key points is opportunities for economic activity. And of course, at the beginning here, we have to use our case study. 9 marks. We've got to make at least 3 points. We need to use a case study, and we need to evaluate as well. So here we go. Let's have a look at a possible structure. So in Iceland, one opportunity is, and let's have a look, what could we do? We could pick one opportunity is tourism. So we could pick one opportunity is tourism. This means that 21,600 jobs have been created, and this provides more money for the government, more tax for the government, which means they can then invest in services for people. However, with better access, they could actually increase the number of tourists that arrive. So my evaluation there would be that whilst they have use this as an opportunity. It's not been fully developed. So I would perhaps put there that tourism currently has not been fully developed. They could get a lot more tourists in and make a lot more money from it. Also, there's the opportunity to use geothermal energy. For example, Alcoa uses the geothermal energy to create aluminium. This means that, more people have jobs. However, again, limited access to other raw materials means that not many other industries come to this area. So the opportunity is not fully developed. Then we come down to the bottom where we then give our conclusions. Overall, the opportunities have been developed to a large, small, full extent because. So you evaluate.